bakbakan po sa gitna ng court para sa dalawang teams na gusto rin pumagitna sa ating team standings at patuloy po ang ating ginagawang coverage for the first round of eliminations ng Pilipinas Commercial Basketball League PCBL Supremo Lex laban sa Sta Lucia Realtors. At ang aming po coverage nagbubuhat po rito sa Marikina Sports Center. Benji Santiago, kasama ko uli si Coach L.A. Bumar. Ready when you are as we take a look at the starters para rito sa ating dalawang teams na magsasagupangan sa Sta Lucia Realtors at Supremo Lex. Of course, we talked about Laminos, the import para sa Supremo Lex Builders, Prince Ese. We also talked about this guy, of course, Kent Salado, making a big name for himself para rito sa Sta Lucia Realtors. Rocky Acidre, this is also one player that we have to talk about as we go along with this ball game.
Interesting ang starting lineup dito para ni Coach Ralph Rivera. He's starting off Acidre and Cabrera, who actually played a very good game. So 2-point guard front here for the Builders.
As we take a look at that attempt. And hindi naman pumatok. So right now, ito ang Supremo Lex. Cabrera right now. It's up against Kent Salado. It's going to be a very, very interesting matchup here. Cabrera, well covered. Now here comes Lamino with a jumper and the first basket para sa ball game dito.
That's really his comfort zone. Actually, both of these imports, Eze and Lamino, are more like face-up jump shot big men at very good defensively. So Lamino can definitely hit that jumper.
In the meantime, Prince Ese with a shot. Kasabay ng pito ng referee, may foul.
And foul number 11, Brian Cabrera is first.
So si Prince Ese from the mental health as well. Usually, hindi masyado napapansin kung gaano ka-effective itong si Prince Eze because si Bright Acueti is more of a flashier player. He was the import. Itong si, if you're not familiar, itong si Bright is the import of Mighty Sports. But itong si Eze is a steady guy, really plays to his strengths, stays more in that 15 to 18 foot range at napakahusay mag-block ng shots. He blocked 7 shots in his last game.
Well, he sinks both free throws and right now tabla tayo at 2-all in the early goings itong laban na ito. Cabrera. Let's see, Rania from the outside won't go. So let's see a Realtors with Rivera on the attack mode here. Ese. Import to import. Kanilang battle here. Kent Salado with a crossover. Kent Salado, hang time. Everything but the shot that time around. That time matatawagan pa siya ng foul dito.
Very common for young players whenever they make mistakes. Actually, even some veterans, even in the PBA, we see them when they miss a shot that they feel that they could have easily made. They try to make up for it with a steal. They usually compound the problem with a foul.
So right now, Cabrera puts it up from the outside and hits it.
Itong si Cabrera talagang he may not be the tallest or strongest among the point guards, not even the biggest, but nakita natin he's really a heady point guard from Fatima University. Is a Spitfire and he can really score that. At Salado will be called for the offensive foul. That will be second. So ngayon babalik tayo dun kasamang Benji dun sa useless foul na binigay niya kanina. Ngayon sisingil agad Pau Habilona of new recruitment na kausap ko si Pau Habilona. Used to actually coach him in the NUTV before at from a role player really stepped up and became an integral part of that NU champion team. At agad, mukhang makakalaro ka agad itong si Pau Pau dahil sa foul trouble ni Salado.
Rania with a miss. Castañares. And it's going to be a turnover. Too fast for their own good that time in the execution of their offense.
Some of it is hindi pa sila nagkakaamuyan on that player. Again, Pau Habilona is in his first game here. Especially that point guard position will be very difficult to Samang Benji because he's the one running the sets at most of the time nasa kanya yung bola.
Soft shot going to that jump hook for Lamino who's got 4. It's a 7 ng Supremo Lex. 7-2. I like the way they played laban dun sa SCTex in their last game. Dun talaga malagwa kagad ng SCTex. Iniwanan sila no?
Oh, they had a very poor start. They actually came back in the third quarter pero Di ba? We actually were the ones who covered that game.
No, actually,
Ay.
nanonood na lang ako nun.
Ano yun pala yun. Pero di ba nakita natin?
Yes.
Maganda yung Amon. It's a 3.
Second three-pointer para sa panig ng Supremo Lex. Ngayon, parang they learned a lesson in that game laban sa SCTEX na huwag ka magpaiwan kahit sa simula pa lang.
Oo.
So right now, they're very good with the execution of their offense. Couple of three-pointers as they lead by 8 right now laban sa Sta Lucia Realtors. Cabrera trying to penetrate. Hamon from the outside. Won't go. Lamino for the offensive rebound. Will he try from inside? Well, shot blocker din yung nagbabantay sa kanya ron, si Prince Ese. And now, Pao Cabilona. Trying to get near the basket. The kick out. Shot Pakistan para sa Santa Lucia Realtors. And Castañares with an escape. So right now it's 10-4 para sa Supremo Lex. Rocky Asidre. Another shot from the outside and bang, it goes in.
Telling you this kid is good kasamang Benji. He has shown that, and even in the warm-ups kanina, nakita ko, pinapanood ko to, talagang may kamay itong bata.
Kaya nga. 13-4. Supremo Lex off to a hot start here. Belona, shot knocked down to 5. Still far away from the basket, trying to get near. The step back jumper is short. And Lamino takes care of the rebound. 5 minutes and 25 here in the first quarter.
So far, 3 out of 5 from downtown. Itong Supremo Lex. So they have adjusted from their poor start in their previous game. And ngayon naman, they're very aggressive, which will be to the delight of Coach Ralph Rivera.
Now they're 3 of 6 after Asidre missed the three-pointer earlier. And Javinona has the basketball. Lobs it inside. Esse against Lamino. Esse is fouled. And will go to the line. All right, welcome back. Inside 5 minutes, dito ang ating first quarter of action. At pwede pang dagdagan ni Prince Esse ang kanilang paghahabol pala rito. Nalalamangan sila rito ng Supremo Lex Builders.
3 points para sa kanya, all in the 4.5-meter line. Haba din itong mama na to.
Kaya
Very, around 6'9", 6'10". Haba ng galamay.
And he's got a very good touch from the line, 2 for 2. So now it's 13-6. Supremo Lex Builders still in the lead here. Imagine their hot outside shooting. Nagresulta nga ng ganitong lamang nila against Santa Lucia Realtors. Lamino against 2 defenders. And I think he's going to be called for traveling. Yes.
Oh, and yan ang weakness nitong si Lamino. He's really more of a guy when he sets his feet, takes that jump shot or even a jump hook. Pero once he puts the ball down in the floor, it's really not his cup of tea.
He didn't like the foul that was called on him earlier. Kaya nanggigil ngayon dun sa kanyang offense. Natawagan naman siya ng traveling. Has to keep his focus in this game. Lamang pa naman sila. Samantala, JR Kawaki with a nice drop pass.
Pinasok na rin dito. Ang more firepower coming
Kailangan
in. Opo, kasi nga, munti ka na sila na maiwanan dito. Failing by 9 points.
Ito, may steal pa. Oh. So, Castañares in the finish.
Castañares already with 4 points here. So, Santa Lucia getting the rhythm here after a very sluggish start. They've just chopped the lead down to 3 points.
After that timeout, ito, dumidikit na sila rito. Lamino, jumper, won't go this time. And Santa Lucia Realtors just down by 3. There you go inside to Prince Esse. And a quick turn. And another basket. So right now, after 3 consecutive baskets, they're just down by 1. What has happened here?
8-0
run. Ng Supremo Lex.
Para dito sa Santa Lucia. And I guess, yun din yung wino-work on ni Coach Ralph Rivera at Coach Don Villamin. Yung consistency na kanilang mga bata. Buano hits that medium range jump shot. Pinasok na rin. One of the consistent guys dito para sa kupunan ng Supremo Lex.
It's a Samantala, Esse tries to send for the jumper. An offensive rebound. The putback is off. Cabrera handles 15-12 para sa Supremo Lex. Montuano earlier with a basket. Shot clock down to 10. Plenty of time. Patience, patience. Rocky Asidre has it. Now it's down to 4. They shoot the 3. Just long and strong. And JR Kawali for the rebound. Shanan and Baba. Tres. Wala pa pumapasok na Tres para sa Sta Lucia Realtors. They give it another try for their offense here. They go to the rim point. The big guy Princess with a miss. Uh-oh. Is that a loose ball foul against Lamino or Mark Montuano? Si Montuano ang tinawagan.
Baka makinit ng ulo agad si Lamino kung siya tinawagan. Ang unang tanong niya, who?
He easily reacts si Lamino.
Lalo na pag import ka dyan kasamang Benji, syempre magkakaroon ng physical plays, you are a marked man, so you need to make sure that you keep your composure kasi you are such an integral part of your team.
Esse at the low post against Lamino. Good move. Pero hindi nga lang pumasok. And then sa rebound play, may foul na may tatawag kanina ito.
Esse is really not a guy na, again, very similar to Lamino. Hindi pwedeng ibigin mo lang sa poste tapos mag-one-on-one doon. He needs to get the ball off a pick and pop. He needs to get it off a pick and roll or in transition. Not really the guy na parang, you know, parang Daniel Deponso, di ba? Bibigyan mo, tapos diniskarte mag-isa.
15-12. Kanina nakita natin pumasok si Don Villamin. Samantala, moving well without the basketball, finding himself in the right place at the right time underneath the basket. Supremo Lex. Medyo kanina parang nagulat sila eh. Nataplohang sunod kagad sila na basket, and now the recovery. Kawaling from the outside won't go. They have not managed to hit the three-pointer here in the first period.
Another sniper para dito kay Coach Bonnie Garcia to open things up for the offense of the Realtors.
17-12 in favor of Supremo Lex. As we take a look at Lainez right now. Siya ngayon ang court general para rin sa panig ng Supremo Lex.
Dito na rin si assistant coach Don Villamin.
Don Villamin.
Nice look. And you know what, I was teasing him kanina. I saw him, actually played against him a long time ago. Sabi niya matanda na rin siya, pero sabi ko, last game niya, in the first quarter, he had 4 assists. Ito, assist na naman kagad. Napakataas ng basketball IQ. As another guy with a high basketball IQ, itong si Pau Habilona, banking in.
19-14, Supremo Lex. Ito, magdaan. In the shaded area. And JR Kawaling. Ako na nga pinapag-garif eh. Ano gagawin ko?
Again, dito si Don Villamin kasi his body is like a power forward. But his support sense, his dribbling skills.
Nakakiting si Don Villamin. Pinatapik si Kawaling. Sorry, Brad ah.
Pero
mas malapad talaga ako eh.
Guardia talaga mindset nitong si Don Villamin in that power forward's body. Ang galing niya pumasa sa poste.
Yes.
Sees open guys, sees the open cutters. Such a, and I guess, that's why he's the assistant.
Kaya nga, yun eh. Basically eh. He splits his charities though. At lamang pa rin ang Supremo. By 6. 45 seconds here in the first quarter. JR Kawaling. May bawi ba siya?
Oh.
Ito si Hamito.
Nice look mula dito kay Kawaling, kay Hamito. 4 points para dito kay Hamito. So he's providing some points off that bench.
Basically, pangalawang assist na mismo ni JR Kawaling kay Hamito.
Parang magkatropa yun.
Marquez takes it from the outside. Won't go. Abelona. Go for the last shot. Are they thinking about it? Princess going for the drive. The third around. It's short. There's still time. 1 second from the backcourt. And they have a 4-point lead to end the first. Just a 4-point lead para rito sa panig ng Supremo Lex. And so far, so good. Ito, Lamino on the drive and is fouled. They will go to the line, 2 free throws.
Gabriel will be called for the
Hanging
first
foul
one.
number 32, Gabriel, is first one on the appearance.
Critical part here, I've noticed here the PCBL, yung laro ng iyong kupunan pag wala yung iyong import at yung sa kabilang kupunan nandun pa rin yung import. So again, there's a mismatch there most of the time in height. So it's trying to draw up different schemes. Kung ido-double mo ba, ifo-front mo ba, ibang papakita mo kasi nga may mismatch with the other import.
Maganda naman yung recognition din. Ito si Lamino, no? Nagigigil na nga siya kanina eh. Nandun pa si Princess. Ngayon wala. Although he split his charities. Pero patuloy pa rin silang lamang rito. Just by 5 right now. So we are already in the second quarter. And a shot from the outside. It goes in.
Nice look from Paulo Javelona, sucking in the defense and kicking it out to one of the best shooters sa kanyang kupunan. Itong si Japs Bautista. So far, itong si Pau Javelona, magandang hugot kasi nga 2 first rounds kaagad itong si Kent Salado.
Lamino with a nice move in that shaded area, although he missed the jump hook. Earlier, yung kay Japs Bautista nga. That was the first 3-pointer for Sta Lucia in this game.
So Lamino will take a breather here as Mark Baranya will check in. So both teams playing all Filipino now.
At dalawa na lang ang lamang nitong Supremo Lex, and a chance right now para Sta Lucia to tie or take the lead. There's a foul here.
Masyado mahigit itong si Reynes dito kay Pau Javelona. Again, if you're a point guard, you need to make sure that you protect that basketball instead of kahit may mga bumps, kailangan ay protektado pa rin ang bola.
Javelona right now on the move. Back to the basket shot, almost getting it. One for the rebound. Branya, ball knocked out of his hands.
19 seconds on the shot clock.
Plenty of time sa shot clock, 19 seconds. 8 minutes and 48. Second quarter. And muli po nandito kami sa Marikina Sports Center for the holding of the first round of eliminations ngayon itong ating Pilipinas Commercial Basketball League, PCBL. Benji Santiago, kasama ko si Coach L.A. Bumar. Shot clock down to 5 para sa Supremo. And a wild shot for Supremo that time. Javelona right now. Another chance, another opportunity to tie or take the lead. Gabriel missing the jumper. Ayaw talaga, ayaw pumabla. Habol pa rin. Pero hindi na ganun kalayo. Gusto sana ilayo ni Rex Reynes, pero he missed the outside shot, and J.R. Kawaling has the basketball. Oh, a nice steal for Rex Reynes. Now this is a 2-on-1, and Marquez with a finish.
I think that's really good for the confidence of Joseph Marquez, who's really been struggling the past 3 games. Once one of the leading scorers here for Supremo, all of a sudden the past few games, he's really struggled with his shot. As Kawaling launches again, still no-go para sa kanya.
Sa palamang ng 3-pointer na naipasok nito sa Sta Lucia Realtors. And Don Villamin, whoa! Quick release, one-hander off the glass.
Si Don Villamin, sabi nang di pa siya sa kondisyon, di makatakbo. Pumas-break yung coast to coast. Pabandang tira para dito kay Don.
25-19. Javelona penetrates. He's fouled. And that'll mean 2 free throws para kay Javelona.
Javelona, never in a rush. Not the fastest player, but he knows how to change gears, and he will be rewarded with 2 free throws here.
They're down by 6. Able to connect on his first free throw with 7:22 left here in the first half.
Alam mo to si Pau Javelona, he got cut twice in that UAAP team. He had to labor in that Team B for 2 years, and he just persevered. That's really a good story, inspiring story. For those kids who are watching, make you cut or hindi ka pa nabigyan ng opportunity, if you persevere, work on your game. I remember him really just working hard in the gym, and eventually he got that opportunity to play for Coach Eric Altamirano after 2 years in Team B.
Especially if you're young, you just have to keep on trying.
So pagka may edad,
Hey, you still have to cry. Something else?
Oh, something else. Exactly. Exactly. I was about to say that. Avilona will take a seat. Good minutes for him. Kamasura will be the third point guard of the Realtors here in the first half.
Lead is 6 para sa Supremo Lex Builders, and Rex Linus sees an open.
Oh, explosive first step para dito. Kay Lainez, his first basket of the game. This is Spitfire here for the white shirts.
Taking the lead right now to 8. J.R. Kawali, what a struggle for him. Although he has been helping out his teammates with a couple of assists already, and he's fouled right now.
J.R. Kawaling formerly of FU. Veterano na rin to.
Naglaro rin para sa Gilas yan.
Yes.
The original members.
Gilas, oh.
Yes. J.R. Kawaling, yung mga pinaproject natin for the national team when we started yung Gilas project na yan, ano?
Kasama niya sina Casio.
Yes, oo.
Saka sina Baroka.
Sila Christian, di ba? He splits his charities. Cabrera is returning to action here to replace Rex Lainez. Lainez has done a good job.
Oo. Steady, back up.
And now Don Villamin is going to be replaced by Rocky Asidre. Rocky Asidre, also one of those guys who could score. Para dito sa panig, not just score, score heavily. Para dito sa panig ng Supremo Lex. He's got that leadership quality. 27-21, Supremo Lex. Cabrera going inside to Mark Montuano. Montuano puts it up off the glass and it's in.
Classic pick and roll play there. Great court awareness by itong si Cabrera, knowing na nagka-switch at si Montuano had the height advantage and posting up a much smaller guard.
Bautista with a running shot that won't fall. And Asidre bringing it down. Montuano from the outside. And gets friendly bounce.
Montuano already with 7 points here.
32-21. Ito na pinakamalaking lamang para sa Supremo Lex. Hamito, babawi ng tres. Only the second sa panig ng Sta Lucia Realtors here in the first half.
Hamito giving good account of himself here in the first half. Magic bunot dito ni Coach Bonnie Garcia. Already 7 points here.
32-24. Cabrera running out of space, passing to the wrong guy. Japs Bautista. Finally, Kamasura. The setup job. And a foul that's going to be called against Supremo Lex.
As Montuano, 7 points, 3 of 4 from 3-point range.
Wow.
He's really not known for that. He can shoot, but not that much of a shooter. So they're gonna take that. Montuano, nakita natin, he hit the 3 earlier from a pick and pop. Nakita natin, he posted up somebody from a pick and roll. So, yung description mo sa kanya kasamang bench is perfect. Versatility para dito kay Mark Montuano.
So Hamito has been lifted here by Ilagan para sa Sta Lucia Realtors. Eksaktong 5 minuto pa ang natitira dito sa ating first half na magkakabul pa rin ang Sta Lucia Realtors. That's Escocia will be seeing action for the first time in this ball game. Pinalitan ito si June Gabriel. Lead has been cut down to 6, 32-26 right now. Rocky Asidre has not made his presence felt with those points. Mark Montuano is fouled. Shooting from top of the key. Escocia nakapapasok pa lang. It's going to be called for the contact.
Cardinals in basketball. Never foul jump shooters. That was too much of a recovery there. Para dito kay Escocia, you need to make sure that you are balanced when you recover so that you will not get into the airspace of the jump shooter. At Montuano will get to add from his 7 points. Make that 8 para sa kanya.
Off the bench, huh? Did not start this ball game, pero okay lang. Now he's, kumbaga parang nabababad naman siya si Mark Montuano because he's playing well.
I believe itong si Mark Montuano is either a soldier or a police officer.
Okay.
So, talagang kondisyon
Saludo kami.
Saludo kami sa'yo.
34-26. Ang malitan dyan, eh.
Oh, kasi nag-PCBL.
Ayun! Escosio! Nakabawi naman siya sa kabila. Sabi niya, ako naman pag-usapan niyo. Ayan. Wowie Escosio kanina na tawagan ng foul, kapapasok pa lamang. And right now, instant offense naman para sa Santa Lucia Realtors. And he's got a bonus free throw coming up.
Gandang bakbakan doon from Montuano at Escosio. Both guys are the upper body strength.
Don
Ayun,
Villamin
si Don
pa.
Villamin pa.
Hala, sige. Mga heavyweights sa loob na.
Nandiyan din si Ilagan. So talagang strength at talagang hefty front line for both these teams.
And Escosio completing a three-point play para sa Santa Lucia Realtors. 35-28. That 7-point lead right now. Sa panig ng Supremo Lex. John Hamon fouled by Bautista.
You know that John Hamon, after scoring 13 points in the last game, is a marked man here. So every time they recover, talagang nakadikit siya. They recover long here on J. Ham. Parehong shooter, match up against each other, Bautista at si Hamon.
3 team fouls called against Santa Lucia Realtors. That's why this is still a sideline throw-in. Villamin now going to Cabrera. At ito magiging foul ng Santa Lucia. Si Raymond Ilagan at tinawagan. Still, sideline throw-in. Villamin handles, talking to his teammates. Lamino's back on the floor. Si Prince Ese nakaupo pa rin. Lamino takes it off the glass and it's in.
That is his move. 11 points para dito kay Lamino.
36-29. Supremo Lex Builders at Kamasura as it against Cabrera. That's Bautista. Raymond Ilagan has it. Wowie Escosio double team. Ball stolen by Don Villamin. And now Cabrera has it. Cabrera. Oh, that no-look pass. The expected ni John Hamon. Bautista drop pass inside. Wowie Escosio.
That's part because Lamino was there. Just the intimidation na naibigay niya doon. Si Coach Bonnie Garcia just egging his troops. Just move on to the next play. Team playing a little bit better here in the second quarter. They're still trailing here by 7 points.
And their import si Prince Ese is still on the bench.
That is a mismatch there. Penalty situation. Don Villamin, every time na nakakautak, kinapapang-iwan niya.
Si Jeff Vidal na ngayon in the second quarters called for that. So Don Villamin trying to increase their lead via the free throw line. 3 minutes and 15. Starting first half.
4 points here for Don. Assistant coach of Supremo Lex. Make that 5 for him.
Playing assistant coach. Playing assistant coach.
Alala kong ganyan si Alex Compton. Diba? Playing assistant coach import.
Import. John Hamon. Umali-bali pa raw. Masyado siyang malalim. Kamasura. Look at this guy go all the way. Pero napalakas yung layup. But they still have the basketball. Jet Vidal firing away from long distance. Malakas. Stepping. Pagkuha ng offensive rebound.
Naubusan ng realty. Itong realtor.
Yun.
Naki-point dito yung Supremo Lex. Ken Salado was out of quick fouls in the first 2 minutes of the game. Will now check in. Minsan nakakawala din ng rhythm yan kasamang Benji.
Exactly.
Oo, parang siyempre halos hindi ka pinawisan. Hindi mo maamoy yung kalaban mo. So, sometimes it gets you out of rhythm at nanggigigil ka pa minsan.
Don Villamin. Could be one of the reasons kaya nakaalagwa ng maganda kagad ito Supremo Lex. Ken Salado, sabi niya, okay, babalik na ako.
Gigil na ako, tumulong sa aking kupunan.
38-31 right now. Lamang pa rin ang Supremo Lex.
You can just see the explosiveness of Ken Salado. Once he got the ball, boom, he was there, laying it in. Yun yung luxury ni Coach Jerry Cudinera sa Arellano. Salalon tapos salalon.
Cabrera from the outside. This one falls short. Kim Importante with the tip. Di pa rin pumasok. Ken Salado. Jet Vidal has it. Jet Vidal open. Takes it from the outside again and still missing. Ken Salado. They go to Japs Bautista. Bautista, the layup.
Nice move mula dito kay Japs Bautista. He did not force the three-point shot, knowing that the guy recovering against him was going long. Inatake niya kaagad yung recovery niya.
Parang babasa na siya ng stats. Hindi ganun kaganda yung kanilang shots from the outside. This will penetrate. 38-33. Another opportunity here para sa Sta Lucia Realtors. Ken Salado, the Serra. Raymond Ilagan with a finish. Paspasan.
Ken Salado making up for lost time here has made an impact both offensively and defensively. You just need to be careful here because, again, he is already nursing 2 fouls. Pero grabe pa rin dumipensa. Anong napakadiin?
Sa sistema niya na yan, kuminsan eh. Ngayon, oh! Wow!
Ooh.
Wow!
Wow, wow, wow.
Masyado yatang malambot yung tawag na yun.
Manipis.
Mabigat yung tawag, malambot yung contact. Ooh! Parang may hook pa nga dito kay Don Villamin. And that's going to be the third for Ken Salado. At nasa penalty na, both teams.
But again, that will be a big blow. Ken Salado just came in, just burst of energy, scored the basket, nice assist, and all of a sudden, well, hindi siya tinatanggal. Susugal dito si Coach Bonnie, maybe because of it's just under a minute. Let's see, he needs to be very careful if talking about Ken Salado. Already 3 personals.
Alam ko pa nga, Kent, just Kent. Dahil nga doon sa mga fouls niya. No? 49 seconds. Ito, Ken Salado. Wow, Escorcio just missed the shot.
Ang husay nitong si Ken Salado. Yung presence of mind, split-second decision whether he's gonna lay it in or drop it up at the last second. Very Jason Castro-like in the sense. Of course, hindi natin sasabi na doon na siya, but you know, just some of the traces of the potential of this young man.
Paulo Escorcio missing the front end ng kanyang free throws. 45.6 ang natitira dito sa ating first half. Second one is in. Tatlo na lang ito. One possession game. And Mark Branya coming back into the game para dito sa Supremo Lex.
Okay, yung Coach Bonnie Garcia, medyo kinakabahan ka habang pinipresyo ni Salado itong si Cabrera.
Kaya nga eh. Villamin from the outside. Bang! It goes in! Kanina tatlo na lang ito. And then Don Villamin hitting a three-pointer. Like everybody can shoot from the outside. That's going to spell trouble para sa Sta Lucia Realtors. Ilagan has it. Kawali. Ito si Salado. Let him create. Ken Salado. On to Kawali. Kawali escapes and getting their way up. Oras pa. 8 seconds remaining. Rocky Asidre has the basketball. Not much from Rocky Asidre. The step back three. Bang!
Talked about the nice shooting from the three-point arc. Itong Supremo Lex has been a key. That is, I think, their 6 3-point shot here in the first half. That's been one of the big reasons why they are up here by 7 points.
Now they lead 45-38 to end the first half. All right, taking you to where the action is. Dito po sa Marikina Sports Center. Ang first round of eliminations of the Philippines Commercial Basketball League or PCBL as we enter the third quarter. Lamang pa po itong panig ng Supremo Lex 45-38. Sta Lucia Realtors, J.R. Kawaling heard the whistle, came Importante with a foul.
Veteran move mula dito kay J.R. Kawaling, just getting that contact. And kahit mashoot or hindi, doesn't matter, he really got the contact here.
J.R. Kawaling has not hit anything from the outside yet. Pero he stays on. Kailangan din yung leadership niya dyan. Maintain their focus. He makes his first free throw.
So far, Santa Lucia, hindi pa lumalamang dito sa ating
Kaya
game.
nga eh.
Rumachada ka agad itong Supremo Lex.
Jer Kawaling getting it back para sa Santa Lucia. Jam Hamito has it. Jam Hamito puts it up, puts it in. Reverse three-point play pa.
Awkward looking shot dito kay Hamito. It looked like he didn't know what to do with the basketball. Pero comes up with a nice leaner there. Santa Lucia just down here by 4 points. This was at the highest at 11, 32-21.
Kanina nga, they were just down by 2. Aside, nothing from the outside. That's his second attempt. Look at Ken Salado. Blow by. Di lang pasan lahat.
Wow.
Dalawa na lang uli.
Talagang ito si Ken Salado, if you just joined us, struggled with 2 quick fouls in the first 2 minutes of the game. Pinasok ng last 2 minutes ng second quarter.
Nag-commit pa rin ng foul.
Nag-commit pa rin ng foul. So, again, it's really just a matter of being in the court. Kasi Salado na naman.
They go to jail, Kawali. The 3 on its way is short. Yes, sir!
Nice slam mula dito kay Eze. Strong move. Don't look now. This is the second deadlock of the game. The first one was 2-all.
45-45. Bang, bang. Into the rooms. Tingnan mo. Itong kanta. Tabla tayo. In the middle, it's called for traveling.
Nice trap there, double teaming the post area na bigla dito si Lamino. At again, opportunity for Santa Lucia to take the lead for the first time.
Yeah. Will Supremo go for those outside shots again? Pero teka, tabla tayo ngayon, no?
Tandaan natin, as we've seen itong Supremo Lex, we have seen great quarters from them. They also have seen some inconsistencies at times, and I'm sure Coach Raz Rivera wants to work on those things. Santa Lucia, this offensive possession will give them an opportunity to fancy a little bit too fancy for his own good.
They have a 10-second shot clock. Kawali, the baseline inbound here. And Jax Bautista.
I'm sure itong pinag-usapan ni Coach Bonnie Garcia, trying to make sure that his team is locked in defensively.
All of a sudden, this is now turning out to be a very interesting ball game. Lumamang ka ng 11, ngayon naghahabol pa sila.
Kita natin yung field goal percentage, 4 out of 5 years for Santa Lucia. Much better clip for them. Samantalang, napakapagod itong Supremo Lex.
John Hamon, kamot ulo siya eh. Masakit na yun, yung jumper ka, tapos ang taas ng talbog ng bola, then over the top. Parang nakapanghinayang eh. And Santa Lucia with a 2-point lead. They come up with a steal itong Supremo Lex. Rocky Asidre has been struggling from the field here. Talk about his offense. Pero Hamon stepping on the line. Sayang.
Some pressure here will be implemented by the white shirts. 2-2-1 press here to try to change things up para sa kanilang pupunan. They have started very slow here in the second half.
Ken Salado. Penetration. Drop pass. Yes!
Great decision maker. Ken Salado. Diretso dito sa kanyang big guy. At kita natin, every time there's an opportunity for attack, si Salado has really made that right decision.
Missed opportunity naman over at the other side as they throw that ball away. Asidre not understanding each other on how to handle the basketball. Santa Lucia on top by 4 right now, 49-45. Ken Salado, ball stolen out of his hands. Marquez has it. Jam Hamon from the outside. He really wanted that kanina pa. Kanina stepping siya. Ngayon mintis naman. And J.R. Kawaling handles. Too close.
Marunong pumotekta ng bola. J.R. Kawaling. Kanina pa siya nakakasungkit ng mga foul sa mga nanonood. Talagang hindi mo basta-basta maagawan former pro trying to make it back to the big leagues.
Joseph Marquez called for the foul. JL Kawaling, step back jumper is in.
Finally, an outside jumper para dito kay JR.
51-45. Largest lead for Santa Lucia in this game.
2-3 zone here, being shown here by the green shirts. Actually, pareho silang green. The dark green.
11 seconds on the shot clock.
Lucky break that time para sa Supremo. Tingin ko ba, last touch pa si Lamino. Samantala, right now, Rocky Asidre has it. 8 seconds sa shot clock. Nagmamadali. Marquez. Ayaw. Rebound battle. Who's going to pick it up? JL Kawaling is called for the foul.
Just a confidence problem dito para dito. Shots that he used to make. Now, he's been hesitant. Again, as a shooter, you need to make sure that you just forget about those misses and just launch them.
Asidre. Amon. And Marquez. Attacks. Black ang inabot kay Eze. At tumama pa sa kanya. Last touch pa.
Eze is such an imposing force there. Trying to check in, trying to bring some stability dito sa kanyang napakabatang grupo.
Kanina nga nagtataka ako, why does he really have to sit down that long on the bench? Don Bilibin called for the foul. Si Jack.
Number 29, Don Bilibin is first. 3 free throws for Jumper Hamito.
11 dun sa ating first half.
Actually, Jam Hamito was the leading scorer of the first half for Santa Lucia with 7 points, 3 out of 4 from the field. Make that 8 para sa kanya. Sorry, make that 12 para dito kay Jam. So one of his better games here in the PCBL.
Pumasok yung pangalawang free throw, pero lamang pa rin sila rito by 7, their largest so far in this game. They're trying to own the second half, which is the more important in any ball game. A miss by Rocky Asidre.
Lamino will be called, I think, for that personal holding on to Lamino. But again, not the best of shots.
Holding foul number 13, Jumper Hamito is
Rocky Asidre with a contest there, so they can actually get better shots if they move the basketball a little bit better, run their sets.
Asidre. Don Villamin. Earlier had a three-pointer. He missed that one. Naubos na yata ang bala for the three. Jack Mamito fouled by Lamino.
Nice look mula dito kay Kawaling, straight dito kay Hamito. Very well for his team. Napakabilis din, no? Very athletic young man. Southpaw.
Earlier he split his charities. No problem with the first one. 5 minutes and 11 na natitira dito sa ating third quarter.
13 big points for Hamito, who's still in the 5 and 11 mark of the third quarter. Yung maganda dito sa ating liga, PCBL, yung mga names na usually hindi mo naririnig. It's an opportunity for them to show that they got game.
Well, they're split from the line. Kay Jan Ramito.
Still no field goal here for Supremo Lex.
Kaya nga
0 of 10, including the miss mula dito kay Jane Lam.
5.1 coming in for Hamado Hamito.
Lahat yung first half.
Saka napakadami nilang one-on-one plays. So isang pasa, isang tira kaagad. Kanina, especially in that first quarter, they were really moving that basketball. They had 10 assists in that first half.
Kaya nga.
Pointing on the Withers, number 25,
Higher
Jumper
percentage
for
shots.
the
At mataas talaga yung field goal. Pero ngayon, nakalimutan na nila yung ginawa nila ng first quarter.
Ito, knockout play. Hindi pa na-convert ni Mark Montuano. Pero bawi siya to shoot free throws.
Foul number 18, J.R. Kawaling is third
JR
person.
Kawaling at tinawagan. Pangatlo na ni JR Kawaling in this
Two
game.
free throws, Mark Mark.
Wano had actually a good first quarter for his team. Already 10 points. First guy in double digits here for the Builders. Oh, check that. Second, Lamino already has 11.
Dalawa, pinasok ni Mark Montuano. Dumalaw din. Score para rin sa panig
Pero
ng
wala pa rin
Supremo
silang
Lex.
field goal, ha?
Walang field goal. 53-47. JR Kawaling. Masyado yan. Puwersa yan. Even he himself knows it.
Offensive foul number 18, J.R. Kawaling. That's his fourth.
Offensive foul yun.
Mark Romero coming in for J.R. Kawaling.
Yeah, Mark Romero enters, re-enters the ball game to replace JR Kawaling, who has played very well, pero mamaya na, third quarter pa naman tayo. Apat na personal foul ni JR Kawaling. Just when everything is slowly falling into place for them, lamang pa sila rito. Traveling. No field goals yet. Those turnovers are really killing the Supremo Lex Builders.
Marquez with another turnover here. Struggles continue para dito sa napakahusay na bata.
Japs Bautista from the outside won't go. And Eze.
This is his opportunity to really make his mark in this basketball game. Without Lamino, Eze has a height and length advantage over any Filipino player dito sa Supremo Lex.
Jam Hamon with a kick out. Trying to find the open man, Don Villamin in the shaded area. Rocky Asidre, rather Jam Hamon missing. Ayan, Prince Eze taking care of the rebound. Salado changing directions. Don Villamin with a foul. No continuation, says the ref.
Voting foul number 29, Don
Kasi
Villamin.
explosive
Second
yung
foul on
change
Don
ng
Villamin.
direction nitong
Two free throws for
Salado.
Ken
Yung
Salado.
player kasi napakabilis. Pero may mga ibang player na hindi lang mabilis, marunong din mag-change ng direction. No? Napaka-explosive.
They're fast and they're shifty.
Oh, very shifty. As Ken Salado definitely is one of them as he misses his first free throw. 4 points pa lang po si Salado, pero he's really made an impact distributing for his teammates at also providing that good defense from the point guard position.
Siyempre, dito po sa Marikina Sports Center, natutuwa ako dito sa Marikina Sports Center because of those kind of people and of course the health buffs.
Brian Gabriel coming in for Rocky Asidre.
Tayo rito, gabi na, pero ang dami pang tao.
Nagsusumba,
Nagsusumba.
walking dyan sa
Yes,
oval,
jogging.
ping-pong.
Wow.
Grabe. Napaka-health conscious.
Exactly.
Itong,
Kaya maraming
sugat na to.
sexy, di ba?
Oo.
Alam ni Director. 55-47. Sta Lucia again. Pwede pang palakihin. Now it's a double digit.
Well, things have really changed here. Again, you have to remember, Supremo in the first quarter led by 11 points. Ngayon, they are trailing by 10, 21-point swing here. Another block, another 4 shot here for the white shirts.
Mark Romero. They go to Japs Bautista. Step back jumper. Just short. Pero ano ito, may nakahawak kay Jam Hamito as he was trying to go for the offensive rebound. Si Mark Montuano nakita.
Amito making things happen para sa kanyang kupunan as both teams are ready in the penalty. Amito, won a game for him. 13 big points.
Armando Lamino will have to check into the ball game. Hindi pwede. Nakakayan-kayanan sila. Even Hamito's been grabbing offensive rebounds at will. Makikita natin dito, si Ken Salado. Konti lang ang putos. Yung foul kasi, yung mga fouls niya. Pero actually, tatlo. Pagdating na fourth quarter, if he could take care of himself here in the third quarter, it's going to be really that explosive in the fourth.
Oo. Sometimes nagiging blessing in disguise yan because their guy is fresher.
I mean, we talked about ito nga, si Jam Mamito, top scoring first team back the first half when they were trailing, when they were trailing. At kumbaga, nilamangan pa nga sila ng 11 puntos. But right now, nalamang na sila. Nakikita mo na yung importance. Parang biglang nagniningning na yung kanyang mga numero. And he makes both free throws.
15 points para dito kay Hamito. Still, look at the scoring in this quarters. 21-2. That's a 19-point advantage here.
Oh! Borrado ang tira! Princess taking care of that defense. Cancelado. The drop pass inside. Jack Hamito. Palpal naman kay Lamino. Ball goes out. And it will stay with Sta Lucia. My bad, sabi the referee. It will go the other way. 59-47. Now the largest lead in the game.
I believe wala pang field goal itong
Wala pa.
Supremo Lex kasi those 2 points are just free throws. No? So again, you have to credit itong defense of Sta Lucia. They have just locked in coming out of that dugout here in the second half.
They had 6 3-point shots in the first half. That's the first field goal delivered by Mark Montuano. Anyari dun sa kanilang mga outside sniping ng first half.
Ito, 2-3 na rin. Both teams playing zone.
Yeah.
Kailangan mo rin mag-change up kasi if things are not working, you need to take a risk, maybe experiment a little bit. Yet, how many times have we seen shooters from that corner just leaving the narrowest corners of the basketball court? Kaya nga, ba't lalaki ng mga paan yan? So,
yun lang ang bukas eh. Kaya yun lang ang binibigay sa kanila.
Minsan nakakapanggigil din yan. Tapos pag bumuelo ka lang,
Kaya nga.
titira ka, stepping ka.
Stepping na. Last 2 minutes of the third quarter. 10 naman na Sta Lucia. 59-49.
2 minutes.
Montuano. Wild with that shot. And Lamino. Natapik pa yung bola. We'll stay with them though.
Cancelado will get a well-deserved rest here in the third quarter. Pau Habilon, who actually gave a good account of himself, pitching in.
Exactly.
Nung start. Again, remember, this is just his first game.
They managed to stay in there back in the first half. Eto, may steal na naman ng Sta Lucia Realtors. Jet Vidal. Romero. Ese, blocked by Lamino. 59-49. Cabrera. Manico in the game. Lamino in the shaded area. Heard the whistle. At may foul na may tatawag.
Itong si Lamino has 11
Pushing
points.
foul,
All of
number
them
15, Princess at
in that first half. 8 of them actually in the first. So this is down a little bit here para dito kay Lamino.
Isang field goal, 2 free throws. Sablay pa yung una ngayon para rito kay Lamino. Wow. Remember when we started the second half, 45 points ang Supremo lamang against Sta Lucia Realtors by 7. And then hindi gumalaw na pagkatagal-tagal. And right now, sablay yung 2 free throws pa ni Amado Lamino. Pero may steal dito ang panig ng Supremo Lex. When is the second field goal happening? Not yet with that outside shot by Brian Cabrera, but they get it back. They have another chance. Rocky Asidre, who has been struggling. The jump hook for Lamino, still producing nothing. 51 seconds.
Just 4 points here by Supremo in this third quarter. 2 free throws at a basket. A jumper mula kay Montuano, but everything else has been blanks.
Well, the struggle for to hit those 3-point shots, yun pa rin ang nangyayari para rin sa panig ng Sta Lucia Realtors. But who cares? They have a 10-point lead now. 59-49 with 27.4 seconds remaining. Yung limitahan mo ang iyong kalaban ng 2 free throws lang at isang field goal, What a feat. How about this? Jet Vidal just trying to get right in the middle of that. Amado Lamino, natawagan na ng foul. Nasa penalty na. So Jet Vidal will be given a chance to score in this game. Remember, itong Supremo Lex builders, they lost in their previous game. And just when things were, akala nila maganda na. In the first half lang pala, Jet Vidal unable to score this first free throw.
Kanina nga pinag-uusapan natin ang top of the telecast ng Supremo Lex. They've shown that they have the talent. They have the ability. They were actually sniping from the outside, especially in that first half. But it's really more consistency for them. It's really playing possession per possession. And ito nakita talaga natin evident here. They played such a great first half. And all of a sudden, they just disappeared here. The good news is, kasamang Benji, we're only in the third quarter and they're just down by 11 points. E pwede pa sila makabawi sa ating fourth quarter.
Tignan naman natin kung yun nga ang mangyayari. Dahil ang kanilang shooting here from the field have totally deserted them. Ngayon lamang sila by 11, 60-49.
Oh, so ibig sabihin, kahit siya ay naglamig ng lamig na rin dito. 1 out of 17 from the field, itong Supremo Lex. So you have to credit the defense of Sta Lucia as still Asidre misses the struggle here for them. So again, the shooting struggles of Supremo Lex, pero kailangan bigyan din natin ng credit na talagang sumikip at na naging kuripot ang depensa dito ng Supremo Lex.
Adelona going to Jet Vidal and he fires for the three-pointer. At ngayon, ito na talaga ang pinakamalaking lamang. Mabot na ito sa 14 para sa Sta Lucia Realtors. The real Realtors. That's what we're seeing here.
What a third quarter, 22-4. They were trailing by 7 points, entering that halftime. All of a sudden, they just locked in defensively and their outside shots have been connecting. At ito na, 14 na ang kalamangan dito as we start the fourth quarter.
Open look and still nothing. Parang kandado ang ring for Supremo Lex. Jamhamito with a sidestepping move. Princess, the follow-up is strong. Brian Cabrera. Montuano with a miss. And only the second field goal here in the second half. Para sa Supremo Lex. Jamhamito with a miss. Minadali naman yun. 1 on 3. Oh, Rocky Asidre. Missing, but he's in every action. Missing in his performance.
Back-to-back baskets here for Supremo Lex. And the reason that they got these baskets is because they got them in transition. They had the numbers, so they need to keep the pace going a little bit for them to have fast break opportunities and the numbers, which really results in easier baskets. Para sa kanila.
Ito, nagsimula tayo ng fourth quarter. At least nakadalawang field goals na sila. That's a good sign already.
Again, you have to forget about that initial lead that you had. You were up by 11. Now, this game is still very manageable. You're just trailing by 9 points, 63-54.
And not only that, dahil dito sa PCBL, 10 minutes lang tayo per quarter rito. Mabilis ang mga pangyayari, mabilis ang action dito. You cannot exactly say that you have a safe lead, even if it's double digits. Asidre, in and out. They have it back. And still nothing from the outside. Naubos talaga yung bala nila just when they were first. Mark Montuano again.
15.6 rebounds here. But you gotta like the effort na pinapakita nila dito, their intensity here. Oh, nice pressure defense here for Supremo Lex. And you can actually see etong si Coach Bonnie Garcia will be tapping
sitting doon sa poster ba yun? Ang target ng Sta Lucia Realtors. He wants to beat Sta Lucia Realtors. I would say. Kaya nga eh. 7 points ang lamang dito ng Sta Lucia.
A little bit of tide changing here, a little bit of rhythm ang nakikita natin offensive flow mula sa Supremo Lex. So let's see if they can keep this going. They have an opportunity to chop the lead down even further here.
Mark Montuano.
Anything outside the shaded lane, medyo struggle talaga para sa kanilang kupunan.
Totally opposite from what happened, especially back in the first quarter. Para rito sa Supremo Lex Builders. They trail by 7. Jet Vidal. Is also struggling para rito sa Sta Lucia Realtors. But the rest, John Gabriel will also
nice pick and roll action between Bautista and Gabriel on that play.
65-56, fast-paced. Dito sa ating fourth quarter, Jack Hamon, nothing from the outside.
Nice pass, Abelona.
Gabriel.
Hindi bumaba. Alam mo, masakit dito at pinakagalit ni Coach Ralph Rivera. Dito si Nalenes, they did their job. They stopped that first.
What about the rest?
Pero wala na, hindi na bumaba yung iba. 3-0 transition. Baral niya talagang maalat. So, kailangan natin makita yung 3-point field goal percentage. Tingnan natin kung gaano kaalat na. Especially in the second half. Itong Supremo Lex.
Vidal. They have forced it from the outside, but almost hitting it. 67-56. Ito Montuano. Spin! Pero hindi siya nalubayan ng depensa. Ito Japs Bautista on the attack. Lies it out.
Japs Bautista.
It can really be discouraging here.
13 puntos. Siya yung pinakamalaki. 14 for Sta Lucia Realtors.
Ito, Hamon na naman. Wala. Sobrang alat na nito.
Yung Hamon o yung
Asidre, kahit sino. Ayun. Talagang maalat. Saka ang bagal din nila dito. If you are Coach Ralph Rivera, you've got to be very disappointed with how. Of course, you cannot control shots. Getting wide open 3-point shots. You're just not making them. Pero what you can control is the effort to sprint down on defense to make sure na hindi makalayap ang iyong kalaban.
Basically, back-to-back games ito para sa panig ng Supremo Lex. So, they're up against Sta Lucia. Just previous game day natin, tinalo pa sila ng STX Road Warriors.
3 points. Naku, wala na naman. Beses na natin sinabi. And they're getting wide open shots.
Yun yung kaninang bread and butter play nila eh.
Kaya
yung nagsimula ang game.
Si Coach Bonnie kasi hindi na niya pinapalitan yung zona niya dahil hindi naman siya pinapatay from the outside.
Tsaka isang tira lang. Abelona. Ito, Escocio. Against Ramiro. Nakapigwit pa ng foul. He was sandwiched underneath.
Pushing foul to number 24, Joseph Marquez in second. Wide on the Builders. To the free transfer, Maui Escocio.
5 minutes, 5 seconds. Yan na lamang po ang oras na natitira para sa ball game na ito. Things are looking up and good para rin sa panig ng Sta Lucia Realtors. 2-2 sa ating team standings. Gusto nilang pumagit na. The way we discuss it at the top of this coverage. Ito naman panig ng Supremo Lex 1-3.
Ito binigay sa akin ni kasamang JR. Ito, hindi yan Ito,
Alam mo yun.
0 out of 18 from the 3-point field goal. 0 of 18 dito sa second. Grabe.
Tumanggi ka kagad.
Hindi, ito yung tinuturo 0 of 18.
Yeah.
Grabe, this is really just a struggle
Nice
for them
one,
offensively.
Hinahanap ko kagad yung kasama eh. Kasi kung binigay ni 71-56. We're just having a wonderful time covering this ball game. Then, until lumalayo na itong panig ng Sta Lucia Realtors. This is basically their largest lead right now. Taking it
Ready for the second shot clock by Nation.
We shot by Nation. 4 minutes of 42. Gusto man paspasan itong Supremo Lex. Pero ano ba, nangalay ba sila sa shoot ng magandang shooting nila kanina ng first quarter especially? And then yung third quarter nila, naubos lahat. Nakita natin kung paano maubos only one field goal.
Ayun, 0 of 19.
Oh! Masakit yun. I mean, if they're gonna be taking a look at the stat sheets right after the game, ang daming pag-iisipan ni Coach Ralph Rivera rito.
Ayan, 3-point field goal, 6 of 32. All of those 6 conversions were actually made in that first half.
First half, wala na dito sa second half.
1 out of 10 from the field, and a lot of those wide open shots that usually, if he is that open, he can usually knocks them down.
Usually nga dumarating talaga yung rarity of the opportunity. Shot clock down to 9 here, and still bakal pa rin, bukol-bukol na ang ring nitong panig ng Supremo Lex, especially here in the second half. And Kent Salado right now with the basketball. He's back on the floor here.
Alam mo, si Coach Rap Rivera na lang pasok natin dito mula sa San Beda. Mas makashoot pa dito. Nice. Nice move.
Si Christian Coronel, pwede rin.
Pwede din. Mga kamatur. And yung sometimes, mamufrustrate din yung mga coaches. Kamatur yan. And, you know, talagang...
Yun sila, as
sila,
coaches, kilala mo sila, di ba? As shooters who can really provide the points para sa kanilang mga...
Heading bell number 30 to the middle is at 3 on the
sumunod na bahagi.
Ayun nga si Christian Coronel, I believe also played for Sta Lucia before.
Yes, totoo yan.
So, playing against his former team.
Kita mo yung bola, umiikot-ikot, parang hindi pa rin desidido yung bola na dumiretso through the net. Pumasok man yung unang free throw ni Mark Montuano.
Mark Montuano, one of the guys who really been fighting it out. His shot has not really been consistent, pero siya yung lumalaban dyan kasamang bench. 17 big points for him, but not enough because his team is trailing by the same number.
Kuminipis na oras, Kent Salado right now. Jun Gabriel, shot clock down to 9. Kent Salado makes a move, the spin is going to be called for the offensive foul. His 4th.
You can actually see the body language nito.
Offensive foul number 16.
Talagang parang nadismaya na. And sometimes it can be discouraging because nga yung mga wide open shots they're unable to convert. Night and day ang 3-point shooting dito ng Supremo Lex. That's really been the story. Montuano still missing an outside shot.
Kent Salado. Now he's not basically concerned with the 4 personal fouls he committed in this ball game. Jun Gabriel missing it. Sidre. That's turned out to be a long night para kay Rocky Asidre.
Rocky night
easy
para
basket.
kay Rocky Asidre. Again,
Won any ball games yet dito sa ating PCBL. Remember, at the end of the double round eliminations, isa lang ang natanggal dito.
we have 7 teams. At 6 of them will head to the quarterfinals. Matalang yung last team will be eliminated. So of course, yung top 2 pasok sa semis. So again, very important for Supremo Lex na talagang makapag-impok ng panalo dito sa ating konferensya. So far, isang panalo lang namin tatablan na sa kanila. If ever nga things don't turn around here. Itong si Coach Bonnie, naninigurado. Kasi Eze was given a good account of himself.
As if for Coach Bonnie Garcia, they're not even looking at the scoreboard now. Pinalig pa si Prince Eze. Hindi pa tapos. 2 minutes and 33. Just play on. Maganda sa mga coaches yun yung maintain mo yung focus ng mga players mo. There's Coach Ralph Rivera.
That's sweet shooting.
Back to back yung talo
And ito si Coach Ralph Rivera definitely will have some shooting pointers during their practice here because it has really been a struggle for them.
Sweet shooting, but he's a coach.
Yun ang problema. Kung yung mga panahon nitong si Coach Ralph, talagang San Beda days niya, talagang walang problema sa pagpupukol sa labas. Kaya lang, coach ka, hindi ka pwedeng tumira.
JL Kawaling just in the nick of time. Naitawid yung bola. And he fires from the left side. That's all on him.
Left the game with 4 personals hot. And comes back in. Mainit pa rin kung si JR Kawaling.
At saka ang gusto ni Coach Garcia rito, yung talagang mga key players niya. Until the next game. Diba?
Want to carry some momentum here. Both teams coming off losses, but it looks like Sta Lucia in good shape here, led by Kent Salado and Prince Eze. At Salado was able to weather that personal foul trouble that he had.
Hamito, do not
Oo.
forget it.
Oo, itong si Hamito, talagang napakaganda nung pinakita. JR Tualing also contributed here. So it was really a good team effort. Maganda rin yung kanilang bagong player, Pao Vilona, which will add some backcourt depth sa kanila.
The output nitong si Mark Bontuano, somehow, parang siya nga lang. What about the rest? 75-64. Basically, all we're waiting for here is the final score. Look at Ken Salado. Wala pa dito kay Lamino. 77-64 and 67 seconds remaining in this game.
Still nothing from three-point range. Marquez missing another one.
Naiwan lahat dun sa first half. Naubos lahat. Hindi nagtira para sa second half. You could just say those kind of things figuratively. Dahil talaga ito parang literal. Samantala, dito lumipat yata sa Sta Lucia Realtors yung outside sniping. Meron na. Isa.
A little too late here as Asidre finally buries one. And first three-point shot here in the second half after converting 6 three-pointers at a very good percentage, 6 out of 13 in the first half. But it's really been a struggle for them. You have to give credit dito sa napaka-kuripot na depensa na pinakita dito ng Sta Lucia. They were really locked in the shooters. They knew in that first half na pinatay sila ng mga shooters. Coach Bonnie Garcia made the adjustments. These guys implemented it dito sa floor at yun nga naging resulta. Total domination here in the second half para dito sa Realtors.
Which is all the more important. What's going to be the final score? Titira pa ba sa Sta Lucia Realtors? They're ahead by 13. And they say, okay na, it's all over. They won this 80-67. That is our final score.